Hey guys, and welcome to part 1 of Let's Play Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic and the Taris Sidequests. So, starting out in the Undercity here just because it's a little easier to get the Undercity out of the way. We're starting with the infected outcasts, so let's get underway.
Wait, Upworlder. You can't go through this gate. There is too much danger and suffering beyond. For your own sake, turn back.
She's very dull. I have brought you the serum to cure the Rukil disease.
Your offer is generous, Upworlder, but the serum is useless to us now. The villagers infected with the Rukil disease have been quarantined beyond this gate. At any moment, they could be transformed into terrible monsters. Nobody would be foolish enough to risk going into the pens to give them the cure. The infected ones could transform into Rukils and attack them at any moment.
I'm going through those gates to help the infected ones.
I can't stop you from going through the gates, Upworlder, but if the infected ones have already transformed into Rukils, you'll be walking into your grave.
Now, the Rukil serum you pick up on a Sith soldier corpse near the sewer entrance, I believe.
At any moment we could...
And,
No!
so you have to... We're gonna have to defeat these newly transformed Rukils here. But this won't be a problem. They're pretty easy now. Journal entry added. Of course, when I say they're pretty easy, I get poisoned. Alright. Now to finish the quest, or mission, or whatever you want to call it.
Please, you have to help us. We beg you. We don't want to end up like the others. Please help us. We can't end up like them.
I brought you the serum to cure the Rukil disease.
You have a cure? Please give it to me, please, quickly, before it's too late.
Here, take the Rukil serum. I have enough for both of you.
Quickly, I must inject it before it is too late. Yes, I feel it working. I feel the disease burning away. It's like a miracle. I am cured. Thank you, Upworlder. You have saved us from a fate worse than death. I only wish I had some reward to give you. Maybe you can find something worthwhile in the wreckage of that Republic escape pod.
I was just happy to help.
We should go now, Upworlder. We're anxious to return to the village and see our families again. Thank you once again for everything you've done.
Alright. So that quest is finished. Now next, we want to go talk to Rukil. And we'll have 2 side quests we can finish with him.
Greetings once more, Upworlder. Do you bring news of my apprentice? Have you discovered her fate and proved yourself to be a true savior of my people?
Your apprentice is dead. I have her journal.
It is as I feared, then. She joins the list of those who have given their lives in the service of our cause. But though I am saddened by this news, there is yet hope. By finding my apprentice, you have proved yourself worthy, Upworlder. You are to be the beacon on our path to salvation. You will guide us to the promised land.
Guide you, but I don't even know where the promised land is.
You are marked, Upworlder. Even my dim old eyes can see the mantle of destiny that cloaks you. Perhaps old Rukil knows you better than you know yourself. I am old. I have lived 100 years in the Undercity, cast down into the darkness. I know the legends and history of our people, and now you must learn it too.
Yay, we get to listen to him babble about the history.
The great city of Taris covers the entire surface of this planet. There is no land to grow food. Kelp harvests and the creatures of the sea are our only food source. A century ago, rising levels of toxic pollution poisoned the oceans, and famine swept the planet. The rich hoarded food for their own use, and the poor were left to starve and die.
From what I've seen of Taris, it doesn't look like much has changed. Except for the upper city, people here are just as bad off as the poor in your little history.
But the poor rose up against this tyranny, and civil war engulfed the planet. Millions died in the fighting, and huge sections of Taris were destroyed or abandoned. The rebellion was crushed in the end. Thousands were taken prisoner. The jails could not hold them all, and so the practice of banishing all prisoners to the Undercity was born.
Is that how you came to be down here?
Many brave men and women were banished here to the Undercity for their part in the rebellion. People like my father and grandfather were cast down, along with their families. Now we live a dark existence beneath the streets of Taris, a life devoid of all hope but one, the Promised Land. And you will be the one to show us the way to get there.
How can I lead you to the Promised Land when I don't even know what it is?
Legends tell of a self-sufficient colony founded just before the famine and lost during the Civil War. A paradise beneath the Undercity where droid servants tend to every need.
Every need?
For years I searched for the Promised Land, just as my grandfather and father did before me. When I became old and gray, my apprentice continued the search on my behalf.
Sounds like a myth to me. Something to give the people here some false hope to cling to so they don't go mad with despair.
I have collected many clues hinting at its location. The journal of my apprentice provides yet more information. But still, there are too many pieces missing from this puzzle. But I know my father and grandfather each had journals where they recorded their own discoveries. Perhaps with their journals, I could at last uncover its hidden location.
And you want me to find these missing journals?
I have nothing to offer if you help me in this. I hope the knowledge that you are helping the entire village escape a life of darkness and suffering is reward enough.
Don't worry, Rukil. I'll find those journals.
It is many decades since my father set out on his journey, but I remember he was eager to explore the sewers. You might want to begin your search there. I wish you luck in your quest, Upworlder. The future survival of this village, of my people, depends on you.
No pressure, huh? Okay, so then you go this way, and you'll learn an alternate way to finish the quest.
I saw you talking with Rukil. He told you his legends about the Promised Land, didn't he? He told you all about his missing apprentice and the other lost explorers, right? You know, most people don't believe his stories. They figure he's nothing but an old cook. But I think there might be some truth in what he's saying. That's why I want to stop him.
I don't have time for this.
Oh, don't worry, I'll make this quick.
And that freaked him out a little bit, didn't it?
Worth your while. For an outcast, I've got things pretty good. The village relies on me to bring in food and supplies. I'm an important man. If it wasn't for Gendar, I'd be running this place.
I get the feeling if it wasn't for Gendar, this place would be a lot worse off than it is.
But if Rukil ever finds his Promised Land, I'm sunk. People won't need to rely on me anymore. I'll just be another nobody like all the rest of the villagers. I won't let that happen.
That's horrible. How can you be so self-centered?
Don't judge me. I learned a long time ago that if I want to survive down here, I've got to look out for number one. The two explorers who went searching for the Promised Land might have found something. They might have found clues or evidence, just like Rukil's apprentice. They would have recorded that information in their journals. I'll pay you if you bring all three journals to me. The two from the explorers and the one from Rukil's apprentice. Then I can destroy the evidence and make sure nobody ever finds the Promised Land. I've saved up enough credits for my business here to make it worth your while if you help me.
Forget it. I won't betray Rukil and the village for you.
Don't be a fool. I'm the only one here who can pay you for those journals. Rukil has nothing. He won't be able to come up with any kind of reward. Once you have all three journals, just bring them to me and I'll give you a decent reward. Now, was there something else you needed?
I'll be going.
Yeah,
You
okay.
little
You'll come back
snake.
and see me if you want a deal.
Little shithead. Okay, so I'm missing one of the journals, but I know where it is, so I'm going to cut to where the journal is. See you guys in just a second. And we're back. Yes, the last journal is in the sewers, and for some reason I did not explore this area of the sewers. I do not know why, but whatever. So we gotta get past these rat ghouls. Very easy. The rat ghouls pretty much suck, and they are useless now. So, kill them. Next room. There are more. There are more. There we go. So, let's get them. The Outcast Corpse with the Promised Land Journal. Okay, we got the last one. No, I don't want to go through it again. So now, I will cut back to Rukil, and we will finish this quest. Again, see you guys in just a second.